Welcome back, guys. I'm Eric. I'm here with Phil. We are at the 7-3 Distillery. There's Phil. There's me. There's Adam. You remember Adam from last time? Adam Fayard. Adam's going to take us for a little tour today of 7-3 Distillery. He was telling us something cool about the, what'd you say, Adam? The largest copper bar in New Orleans?
That's right. It's the largest copper bar in New Orleans. We've got a full-service bar here with a full bar program, menu, out drinks. Come pick your poison. We'd love to host you.
Y'all said y'all do cocktail classes?
Cocktail classes in here. And we have a big drop-down projector screen, so if we got the game on, you can see the game. We got the lounge area where we'll have games playing through the March Madness or football season. So, yeah, it's just a really fun spot. We do corporate parties, so if anybody wants to do a corporate party or a birthday party, bachelor party, bachelorette party, we can host everybody in here. We can bring in food. We got bands over here in the corner. We're really versatile, man. We do a lot of things in this space.
It's definitely a cool layout, too. I mean, it's definitely set up for something like that.
Right. So if they're coming in the fall, we're going to be doing like a pop-up series for food. So we'll have like one featured person here do some food for the games and all, and that way people can kind of come in, have a few drinks, have a good bite of food, good cool pop-ups, trying to do things that are a little bit more fun.
We might have to do a live that day. Come hang out with them while I do that.
That would have a watch party.
Yeah. That would be fun.
7-3 comes from the 7-3 original neighborhoods in New Orleans. What this does, this gives you a good visual of a lot of those neighborhoods that become famous throughout our city. You see some things that you might recognize on our brand. So Black Pearl, Marion, Bywater, St. Roch, all those things. Irish Channel down here. All those things bring in a lot of cool things that you can actually see. We also encourage people to take your Instagram pics in front of here because it's a very cool background that not a lot of people get to see from this kind of angle or this kind of perspective. So here's where we're located right in the heart of the city right here. So please come down and come check us out.
Yeah, come check them out, man. Make sure you ask for Adam. Tell him we sent you.
I know how much stuff, dude.
Well, since Phil decided to pry a little and say, hey, is that something special? Adam is going to head and pour something for him.
Some of our experimental stuff.
Some experimental stuff. I can't imagine it won't be good. Oh, and Adam, those Bywaters, the minis, they're perfect for tastings.
They're the best.
They are perfect for tastings.
Yeah. Uh-oh. Young Phil might have found some.
That is a very, not a note I get on whiskey a lot, but it's very familiar.
I know that smell. Is that barley heavy? No?
This is, God, it's very familiar.
Taste it and see what you think.
Okay, that's
A little sweet.
It's very sweet.
a little like licoricey sassafrasy.
A little caramel,
It's
honey,
herb.
maybe.
I get honey.
Yellow.
I get honey. I get a little bit of I get earthiness. I definitely get an earthiness, but it's good. It's not.
That's our first iteration.
It's like
of our honey finish.
viscous, man.
It's very
coats your palate.
Yeah, so that's our first iteration of our honey finished bourbon that we tried out in a small barrel just to get an idea of what it would taste like.
What's on the proof on it?
Honey finished bourbon.
Right, because it does not drip. I mean, the honey just.
That's barrel proof, so it hadn't been watered down.
It's not, and it's not. It's not hot.
No.
At all.
No.
I love honey finish, man.
Oh, this is awesome.
So that's Bernard's honey. We picked up 55 gallons from Acadiana. And it's our first iteration of it, man. We're really excited. We're going to be doing some honey barrels soon.
So some honey barrels.
Some real honey barrels. Yeah.
It coats almost like honey too, man.
Oh man,
thick like cough syrup.
It's almost like I feel like if I had a cold with a sore throat, I could drink this instead of a hottie toddy.
Yeah, the best hot toddy you ever had.
Oh my god,
And
that's fantastic.
that's barrel strength.
Barrel strength.
It's not hot.
No,
Doesn't drink hot.
no,
Goes down easily.
It goes down really easy, very soft on the palate, very sweet. It's very sweet.
Yeah.
But it's not like it's not offensive sweet.
I'm surprised, but there's a pretty large lack of honey finishes
Well, a lot of them are honey infused. So what we do is we kind of are pulling the honey out and doing our best to get as much honey out as possible. So it's not necessarily honey infused; it's more, honey finished. You know what I mean? Obviously, with this small of a barrel, we couldn't really wash it out, but we let it drip for a while in order to get as much honey we could out.
All right, so dumb question. Good. Is the inside of that barrel toasted?
Hard, yeah.
Okay, cool. Because I know when you buy them, they don't come like that.
Yeah, they do. Some of them you can buy them like that.
Okay, the one I have isn't charred.
Yeah, there's people on the internet that make them in 2 gallon, 5 gallon, 10 gallon, 50 gallon. They'll do all the whole range of stuff. Charred.
And look how sick this setup is. This bar is pretty sick. Like this whole layout. Guys, this is Chris. He's also with 7-3. He's talking a little bit more about the honey barrel.
So we knew that we wanted to do a honey barrel. We knew we wanted to do a local honey. And as it turns out, here at the bar for all of our cocktails, we use a local honey from just over the lake. And so we have some of that local honey. We have this tiny barrel. And so we said, let's do it. So we put actually just a regular bottle of our bourbon in, let it rest for a couple of weeks, we pulled it out, then put the honey in. We wanted to season with some of the barrel, with some of the bourbon flavor first. Just let it rest in there for about 2 weeks, pulled it out, put some more bourbon back into it, let it rest, and it's turned out phenomenal. So now we're going to do that on a larger scale. We got 2 full barrels of local honey that we're going to do. We're going to age that a little longer because it's a bigger barrel, so we expect that sometime late 24, early 25 we'll have a honey finished barrel.
That's going to be incredible.
Oh yeah,
looking forward to that for sure.
It's going to be something that's going to do very, very well in the market. It's going to taste very good. We're looking forward to getting other people, as yourself, to get that same reaction, get people to try what we have. And we're trying to do some innovative stuff over here. We're trying to make sure we listen to the people and hear what they want. People love honey finish, and we're going to give the crowd what they need.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Thank you. This is our brand new Bywater weeded.
That's what Todd was telling me.
Todd was telling us about this.
This is a double oak batch that we did. We did a mixture of chars. We did some char 4, some char 2, and some char 3 in this batch. 64 corn, 26 wheat, 10 malted wheat is the mash bill. We're the only one in the United States using that mash bill. Got a nice injection of flavor. Got some good oak on there. Still got our quintessential notes of honey malt, cereal notes on the front. Really good smoothness on the back end as well.
The nose on this one smells familiar too. I'm wondering if that's just one of y'all's trademarks. It's very
that honey cereal note that you get with a mixture of the malt and the malted wheat and the regular wheat. It really kind of shines through. The double oaking and the honey finishing really highlights that. Kind of tones down on those ethanol-y notes, which was what we're trying to make sure we're highlighting the right things.
Okay.
This one, you're going to get a little bit more darker flavors, a little bit more oak influence from the double oaking, and then it's got that malt factor from the malted wheat, the heavier wheat presence. So it's a little bit just more grainy in general.
It's very good.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of this batch. It's our first time doing a double oak on the weeded label, so we were very excited to be able to put this out. It should be hitting stores. I got a text from a store today that said it came in, so it should be hitting stores very soon.
I know we talked about y'all's bottles on the show, but
Sure.
Y'all's bottles are awesome. Like it's that old New Orleans medicine bottle.
Right. So you look, this is actually one of the newer packagings that we have.
Yep.
It's a little bit different.
You can tell when it doesn't have the stripe on the bottom.
Exactly, yeah. So we're going with some newer packaging, keeping with the same look, not trying to really take away from that medicinal feel. We really like that. And other people just like yourself have really, it's really resonated with them, but we're trying to get a bottling machine. So this is the best way in order for us to do that, and kind of that way we can step up production and have a lot more bourbon for people to buy.
Todd was asking us about the bourbon pick from Bourbon Fest.
We're really excited about that one. It's a 108 proof weeded barrel, 5.5 years old. It's the oldest barrel we've ever put out. It's the best barrel, in my opinion, we've ever put out. Really, really good. It has those black tea, wheat notes that really stand out from our pot still. Be sure to go out and grab that one. It'll be about $75 or so retail, but be sure to go out and grab that one. It really is a one-of-one. It was a short barrel. There was only 13 cases came out of it. So there's not a lot to go around. There's going to be some on-premise and some off-premise accounts, but be on the lookout for our social media channels and see where it's going to go.
Hell yeah. All right, here we go. coming along, Chris?
We're here anyway.
Smell that?
Oh yeah, you smell that.
So we're making bourbon today.
Yeah, we got bourbon distilling and bourbon mashing right now.
Yeah, so welcome to our custom still here at 7-3 Distillery. We have a custom design, dual pop still with a pop still in the middle. Because we make so many different spirits, it allows us to be versatile in what we're doing between the vodka, gin, rum, and bourbon whiskey. Right now today we're making bourbon. We have all the flanges open. We are flying through top to top right now in the column still. You can see it bubbling in there. I want to come in and kind of get a little finger dip of fresh new make. Rub it on your hands, smell it. You can smell that new make bourbon. I gotta answer this for sure.
We're coming off at 138.
That's pretty cool.
White dog.
That is White Dog.
Yeah, that corn, and then so we just started adding about a month ago. We just started adding barley to the mash. We're still keeping some malted wheat, but we're also doing some malted barley as well. We wanted some like richer congeners that you're really not catching out of the wheat, just for like some bigger, bolder blends that we're able to develop. So yeah, it's really changed the flavor of the White Dog. The process has stayed pretty much the same. Love having the hybrid still. So like last week we did rum, did 4 stripping runs in the hot still mode. I'm going to run in the column and then down. Or we do a single distillation. This is fresh off the mash. We run it, we get about a 10 or 11% mash depending on the week. And then we run it through all plates active. We just run it super low and slow. It takes about 9 hours beginning to end. And then we get about 90 proof, between 90 and 95 proof gallons per batch. But we get to come off right at 140.
I smell corn, like tons and tons of corn.
Well, the corn we get is actually from a local farm. Like we take being from here seriously. It's not a marketing gimmick from Louisiana. Our head stove look actually like hooks a J trailer up to a Dodge Ram 3500, drives up to just outside of Baton Rouge, Snickwater Farms, picks up our wheat, picks up our corn, brings it back on the interstate like an absolute mad lad. But it's local corn, and because we know the farmers, because I always like asking people like, oh, we know our farmers' kids. Like we've been to their graduations. Like we know these people. Because of that, we know we get great quality. And that just comes through everything when you're actually able to get it from local farmers who are trying to give you a good product. The mash at the end of the mash, it tastes like sweet corn pudding. It's absolutely delicious. The yeast work with Firm Solutions, Pat and his crew are absolutely fantastic. So we love working with them. And we've got this great White Dog that we've put into good barrels, and in 4 years, hopefully we got some great whiskey to sell you.
I mean, if history is any of an indicator, it will be great.
We're trying to, every batch we're trying to get a little better than the last. The double batch you guys just tried was us. We blended some of our barrels, and we're like, let's see if we can toss a little more flavor in it. So we threw some into a new barrel, some into the used barrels just for finishing. And only did it for about a month around here with the heat. You don't have to really finish for too long. And it rounded out the corners and really softened up the front end, which is exactly what we're looking for. So being able to do little things like that because we're so small, we can be versatile. And if we find anything that's going to be like, oh, this is going to make a better product, we can be like, yeah, sure, we're going to try it out. It's not going to cost us 100 barrels. It's not going to cost us all of that. We can actually be very agile and try and make something we think is delicious. And that's why we love having Adam. His palate's so educated and also so strong with kind of our brand identity that like the people who taste through all of our blends, if we can get Adam, Luca, and Jeff all on the same page, we know we've got something that's going to be great for whiskey nerds and for kind of the general consumer. So it's fantastic.
I like to tell you, y'all got a little something for everybody. I mean, whether it's whiskey, bourbon, Irish whiskey, or vodka or gin, I mean, y'all got something for absolutely everybody. That's a really cool thing,
It's New Orleans, baby. We gotta be able to serve everybody something.
Oh yeah, definitely, man.
People might not know that we're losing about a football field a year to erosion. So what we're doing to combat that is we work with glass half full. So if you come over here and you take a look at this, we fill all of our glass bottles up in here, and we donate them back to Glass Half Full. And what they do is they grind up all of our glass into sand, and use that to replenish the wetlands. So it's a really big initiative that a lot of people should know more about. Like I said, I'm born and raised here. It's one of those things that, like I said, we're losing a football field a year, and we're doing our best to combat that and keep our coastline safe. So shout out Glass Half Full. Be sure to look them up on Instagram and see the great work that they're doing. Really cool initiative, and yeah, we want to support them as much as possible.
Hit the little pause button on the screen right now and use your camera for something like that. It's
Probably even
definitely
throw a
for
link or
good
something
call.
in there for them. They got a website, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Probably
They have
doing
Instagram, they have website, they have everything, man. Right. And they did, the last year they did Christmas trees. They're not just doing glass; they're doing whatever they can to replenish.
I did see the Christmas tree.
So this is our Louisiana corn that we use from Port Allen, Louisiana, Sheck Snyder Farms. We go pick up about 1,000 pounds of corn every couple of weeks in order to make our bourbon. Every one of those portholes that you saw bubbling up there, this is what it looks like in the middle. The copper plate that we use in order to purify our spirit. So everything that we do here is done by hand. There's no automation. This is a visual representation of some heads, some hearts, and some tails. And then we also have some sugar and molasses that we use to make our rum. So really, really cool visualization for people who have never seen what those look like. And then this is what a new barrel that we get when it ships in looks like. ISC is our barrel maker, independent state company. They're the #1 barrel maker for small craft distilleries in the United States. They do a great job, and we're very happy to have them as a partner. So these are our fermenters. We have we have 4 650-gallon fermenters, and then we have a 1,300-gallon mash tun. So one mash will go into 2 fermenters, and we usually have 4 going at the same time. All this produces about 1.5 to 2 barrels per batch. So it is a labor of love. We're not getting a whole bunch of yield out of the 1,300 gallons that we're cooking, but we are getting a high quality product that we're proud of. So yeah, this is Chuck cleaning out the mash that we just cooked up in there, and it's going in through the ferment, through that hose down into our chiller and right into one of our fermenters to ferment for 2 to 7 days, depending on what the temperatures externally are like. That's how long they ferment. This right here is our grain mill, so we blend up and grind up all of our grain that we use with this right here on the site. So it gets blended up, shoots right up through that hose, right into that big coupler on the top, and then it's cooked up and goes into the fermenter, and then we distill it. So very, very hands-on. We're checking the quality of the corn, the malted wheat or malted barley, whatever we're using to make, and we're grinding up that day. So we check it all very, very religiously, the highest possible quality that we can.
And again, these guys are super local, so most of the stuff they're using is from Louisiana too. So
yeah, we use Louisiana corn, Louisiana wheat in our bourbon, Louisiana molasses, Louisiana sugar in our rum, Louisiana cucumbers in our cucumber. Everything we can that we can source local, we do. It's a big initiative for us. Support local, eat local, drink local. That's how we keep businesses open.
Well, that's why I'm gonna be honest. That's why we're proud to have y'all as our first distillery tour because we're local, and it's like I'm all about supporting local as much as I can.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
Yeah, these are pretty cool.
So this is our proofing room. This is where all the scientific experiments come out. This is where we're in here measuring our proofs, doing our weights and measurements, filling new barrels, blending new barrels. We do a 5-layer filtration system on our water. We do use New Orleans water, but we get it down to 0 megaparcels per million. So it's clean, crisp, just basically distilled water by the time we're done with it. And then people like Chuck come in and make sure our proofs, our measurements, our weights, and temperatures, or everything is correct, so we can make sure we have the highest quality stuff we need.
That's awesome.
LB.
Y'all definitely got one of the coolest logos for sure.
Thank you, man.
Phil.
So those are brand new barrels ready to be steamed up and ready to be filled. We should be filling those this week. Chuck, how many barrels are we on pace to fill this year?
Yeah, we have 400, so it should be about 400 barrels.
400 barrels for the year. It's a big step up. To give you an idea of scale, 5 years ago they did about 30 barrels. Last year we did 238.
Oh wow!
And then this year we're on pace to do 400. So we're doing as much as we can. Thankfully, our distillers and assistant distillers are working around the clock to make sure that we're staying on top of things. Thank you, Chuck.
It smells so good in
It
here.
does smell so good in here. I mean, I smell corn. I smell all kind of stuff, but I feel like corn is like the peak of the nose right now.
Corn. Smelling some
This is our
breadiness.
bonded warehouse. This is where everything in here is bonded, but this is our bonded dry goods warehouse after we package everything up in our bottling room. So this is our bottling room here. As you can see, there's not a lot of machinery in here. Everything we do is hand bottled, hand labeled, made with love. It's a labor intensive, but we really enjoy getting in here, turning some music on, bottling some whiskey or vodka, gin, bourbon, whatever we're doing that day. For lunch, we'll grab pizza or chicken wings from around the corner from a local spot. And yeah, man, it's a really fun time. We are going to be taking people. So if you'd like to bottle, please reach out to us on Instagram and on Facebook. We'd love to have some volunteers come in and hang out with us and learn more about the brand and come help us bottle. So yeah, be sure to reach out to us. We're going to be putting out some Instagram posts and some Facebook posts about that as well.
Don't forget, they also do a bottle your own tour here too.
Yes, we're going to get around to that here in a second.
Speaking of bottling,
Get one of those for the house, man.
yeah, for sure.
So what you'll see most around here is BWB. These are our Bywater bourbons. This is a really cool, just visual representation of how much we've grown over the last few years. You know, when I first started in here, there wasn't this many barrels. Now we've actually grown to where we're storing some barrels outside. We're going to take a look at those as well. These right here, you see, are a little bit different. They're a little bit bigger. This is where our Irish Channel whiskey comes from. So our Irish Channel whiskey is the last time we spoke with y'all, we tasted some of the cash drink version of it. That came out of this barrel, 350 right here. That was that single barrel right here.
Yeah, well, that's the honey barrel right there.
That's the OG. Yeah,
That's the honey barrel that we got to try.
Yeah, so these are 10-year Middleton, 7-year American corn whiskey, and they've been sitting in XO Cognac Ross from France for 2+ years now. So really getting some cool age, some cool flavors on them.
It's definitely cool to see the old barrels.
Right. Yeah, and these French oak ones really have some different flavor compounds, different flavor profiles that we like to highlight. I'm going to try and do some bourbon finish in one of these at some point. Just want to try to experiment. Maybe that we have some rum. You'll see right here some BPRs, our Black Pearl rum, put in the cognac barrel. So those would be cool as well. So this is mostly our Bywater bourbon. You know, we have some different things aging over here, but the biggest thing for us is our Bywater bourbon. That's what we laid down mostly last year and this year. So that way, you know, we can have enough to be feeding out to the public and hopefully expand into other states in the future. But yeah, this is all new charred American white oak, first use barrels, our Bywater bourbon of 64 corn, 26 wheat, 10 malted wheat, along with some experimental runs that we have and some different things that we've tried that we can't really talk about yet. But those will be coming out. Yeah, top secret stuff. But those will be coming out in the future. And we're really looking forward to getting people to try those as well.
Hell yeah.
Every room smells different, but every room smells good.
Exactly.
Oh, for sure. It was really cool seeing like the older barrels versus the newer barrels.
Yeah.
Like I'm looking at the big barrel right there. Things, you know.
So what's the process when you spot a leak?
When you spot a leak, we'll have to go drill it out. We have plugs. So we'll plug it up, hammer it in there, and then sand it down to make sure it's nice and coarse to try and keep it from leaking again. That plug will expand when it hits the liquid, kind of swell up like any other piece of wood. So that's kind of the idea behind there. But that's how you make your character in the barrels, man. Obviously, you're losing a little bit of yield, but you're adding a little bit of flavor in there as well.
True.
You know? A lot of people think that it's the char on the inside of the barrel that gives it the flavor. It's actually not. It's actually the red line that you're pushing, where I'll show you a visual representation of it. The red line of the wood The charcoal acts like more of a filter than anything, so it filters out all those bad things that that don't taste good in bourbon. So it's not the char that gives you the flavor; the char gives you the filter. Okay.
That's really cool looking.
So this is the char that I was talking about. What you see here is the number 2 char. And then you'll see that red line, that physical dark line right here, which is where all those barrel sugars from the charring process and the caramelization really sit. So what we're trying to do in the age and what we're doing in the ebbs and flows of a barrel, think of a barrel like a sponge. When the barrel is sucking in the whiskey, when it gets real hot and expands, it goes into this red line, and that's where it's getting a lot of that flavor and those sugars. When the barrel gets squeezed out like a sponge, you're squeezing all the water out. It squeezes the whiskey out through the charcoal filter, cleans up all those undesirables that you'll get in the flavor profile, and makes you a nice, clean, crisp spirit. So that's just a cool representation of the red line and how it works.
So how long does it take for the when the white dog goes in? How long does it take for it to get its color?
We see color in about 6 months, especially with our intense heat. It'll be in variance depending on where you're at, but we see color down here in about 6 months.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So I can show you kind of how it looks over here.
A little hotter down here, a little humid, more humid than
It's definitely warm down here for sure. And I mean, yeah, we're still in the springtime here, so we're not to the dead of summer.
I assume everything kind of ages a little faster than in Kentucky.
So this is a representation of some different barrels that we pulled from the warehouse. So this is our white dog right off the still. This is how much color we get in 6 months, 1 year, 3 years, 4 years.
So damn, that's 2 of us spoiling your
Right,
surprises.
All right, y'all just ask good questions. I'll try to give y'all good answers.
That's awesome.
So
And without the labels on it, it actually does look like a medicine bottle.
yeah, right. It is. It's good medicine for you.
For sure.
If you had a bad day and you want to go home and just chill out. So y'all, you had mentioned the bottle your own tour. This is the bottle your own barrel that you get to use. This is a single barrel that's only available for this tour at the facility. Will never be released anywhere else, and this will rotate out when this barrel's done. It'll never be used again. We're not going to refill it or anything.
And guys, listen, the cool thing that they do here is that they don't, you're actually pouring from a wooden barrel. You're not pouring from a facade.
Yeah, a tote with the barrel facade. Yeah, where
Exactly.
And if you go to the side, you can see.
Yeah, so we allow everybody that's ever came in and bottled their own, we let them sign the barrel. Eventually, we want to try and take those staves and make a cool art piece. That way, anybody who's came bottled and showed support has a place to leave their mark on the distillery, leave their name here.
I love that y'all tie it into the consumer also.
Yeah,
that's huge.
Well, here's the thing, Mike. We're garnering local support, and we're a smaller distillery, so we need the support of people like this who take the time and take the money to come support us. We want to show them love and let them know we may not be able to do brick pavers with their name on it. We can do the next best thing and do barrel staves with their name on it, right?
Well, in the whiskey world, that's cooler anyway.
Yeah, exactly. So, we got some fun stuff cooking up. We're looking forward to releasing to y'all and seeing what the market thinks, people like yourself. And really, really excited for that, man. The future's going to be bright here. So,
just another pan out. This is pretty cool.
So eventually, this is going to be our tasting area. We're going to build a nice Cajun cabin style tasting room and podcast studio. So people like yourself can walk in. Y'all want to do an on-site podcast room, we can do one sit down.
That's really cool.
There.
Oh, we'll be here. We'll be here for sure.
We'll be able to rent those out, have cool backgrounds for people who might want to get out of their normal groove or bring in somebody specific where we want to have a podcast. We can do it right here. We've had great people in here from all around the world who are very knowledgeable, from distillers to people as famous as Freddie Johnson have come through here. And if they can sit down and answer some questions and talk to us and really give us some cool info, we'd be really fortunate to do that. So that's on the plans for the future. Like I said, we're working on some fun stuff.
Oh yeah.
Like every good Disney ride, we're going to end in the gift shop.
Phil, you brought your wallet?
Oh, yeah.
Just in case?
Oh, Phil's buying. I'm getting something too.
Dad, I'm good with
Well,
that.
I know at the very
So we have
least.
different snacks. We have shirts, hats, bottles, of course. We just got some new tin tacker signs for our LSU St. Rock vodka. So for those who aren't familiar, we sponsor the LSU NIL Bayou Traditions. What that means is proceeds from every St. Rock edition, purple and gold vodka, proceeds from those bottles go back directly to the athletes in all sports. So LSU football, basketball, baseball, softball, gymnastics, women's basketball, women's softball, everything under the sun, we contribute money back to those athletes so they can also help in recruiting and everything like that. It's a big thing for us. We're big advocates. We're obviously huge LSU fans here. So go Tigers and buy more St. Rock vodka.
You gotta do the Go Tigers like Coach O though. You know, I mean, it's
Go Tigers.
it is the wall of goodness. Also with the map.
Yep. So this is the distillery only release that we tasted last time on the podcast. Still got obviously not very many of those bottles left, so come down and grab some.
It definitely looks like it's going. And
yeah, I think Phil's eyeing one up right now.
Definitely mine one.
And then this is our Bywater Batch 2 cash strength that we just put out here recently. Batch 2 is a blend of some 7-year, 6.5-year, and 5-year bourbon that we rebarreled in its original barrels. It's really, really good. Got some 45% wheat in there, some 21% rye. Really, really nice stuff, man. And then we have those available for pours at the bar as well. So if you want to try it before you buy it, those are more than available. Yeah, we got some cool branded glassware for your old fashions, or if you want a mini blend like Phil said he liked the last time, Eric said he liked the last time. Y'all more than welcome to come down and grab it. We got something for everybody.
The mini blends are perfect for if you're going to do a tasting with somebody that's maybe not quite as into the bourbon and you don't want to pour them 2 full ounces.
So this St. Rock new
cool
hat that came out, these have been selling very well. We got these new rope hats, these different hats. We're trying to come out with cool, fun merch. We got this St. Rock shirts as well. So yeah, man, and then we have pictures and history all around that, kind of harken back to what makes New Orleans a classic cocktail city. It's just a really fun place to come work, man. And everybody here is really nice. Everybody loves their job. So that makes it a little bit easier as well.
Everybody here is also so knowledgeable too. I mean, the 3 or 4 people we talked to today, I mean, it's just, the knowledge base in the business is incredible.
And so a lot of the people in the front of the house, our bartenders also do our tours. So if you come in, you got any questions about anything specific, they'll be more than happy to answer it, explain, and go through everything with you. Everybody, like he said, we try to make sure they're knowledgeable from A to Z on what we're doing here. We try to keep everybody up to date with specifics as much as we can, because knowledge to the people coming in is big for us, man. We want to create fans outside of the distillery and outside of the state, and just create fans and convert them off to what they might have normally been drinking that's not from here. Now we can put them on something that is made right in the heart of the city.
Oh yeah, we're back at close to the Copper Bar. Look how cool.
I want one of these in my house.
Definitely want one of these.
This is an awesome lounge area. Like I said, a lot of times we'll have the games on. Especially during March Madness, we have all the games on. During football season, we have all the games on. And you can kind of sit. If it's during the week, if we don't have food here, you can pick up food, kind of come here, hang out. If you want to come grab a drink after work, do a happy hour with your colleagues, you're more than welcome to come here, kind of chill out, have a good time.
Got some games.
I'm going to say, Adam,
we're
going to need this explained for our younger audience.
Oh yeah, so we have the all-in-one Atari. We got board games. We have the all-in-one Nintendo over there for people who just, like I said, just want to come and kind of get their mind off the stuff and kind of kick it and relax. Man, we got a little bit of something for everybody.
We can drop off that golden tea.
We've got golden tea.
Oh, you know what I was thinking? Actually, right here would go is like a nice plant. You don't know where the plants are?
Yeah, and listen, I will see if I can get you hooked up on something like that.
I'm just saying.
Listen,
I know y'all.
Claude may have some extras coming.
Y'all are some green thumbs. I was just saying.
I don't know if Claude's gonna make it.
I call it Claude. Phil calls it a piece of shit, but either way. We're gonna have to bring you the golden tea, and you just set down here. Well, if you've got a projector, like you just pull a projector down. I mean, we actually have the all-in-one golden tea at the office. Yeah, we thought we were gonna wind up playing it a lot more than we did.
Yeah.
Well, you kept losing, so
I kept
most
losing.
things, you just give up.
Oh, you're going there. I'm the gamer of us, man. You're not.
I'm the golfer, though.
This bar is so cool.
Yeah, now Eric's house is gonna look like this.
It might.
That would be cool.
I mean, I've already got the LEDs everywhere, so. Oh man, I see Adam pulling out more glasses.
So this is Emily. This is one of our
Hey, Emily.
lead people for front of house. She is also a tour guide, also a bartender, also an amazing woman. Very knowledgeable. If you're in here and you have any questions, please be sure to ask her. She's more than happy to. I learn something new from her every time I come in. So
That's awesome.
she's the best.
What you pouring?
So this is that little bottle of the cash strength batch 2 that we saw in the gift shop.
Okay.
It is, like I said, a little bit
Smells
a little bit higher proof. You're looking at like 113.3. So it's a little bit higher proof than our normal shelf offering. Eventually, we'd love to offer a cash strength to the market, and we're working towards that. But like I said, our glory days are ahead of us. We're putting more bourbon in the barrels right now than that longer down the line we'll be able to offer that. But
If you come here and you want it, it's easy to spot.
that's right.
It's
Very easy to spot.
It's the only one
the only round bottle up there.
round
yes.
bottle we got here.
I was thinking, like, oh, there we go. It's definitely a different bottle than what you normally see from
And
here.
this is also the bottle we do our bottle your owns in too, so it kind of stands out.
I like it.
You'll only be able to get those at the distillery. That one's really nice. It's nice and sweet, man.
Oh, that
sweet.
smells awesome.
That 45% wheat and the 21% rye blended with our mash bill really does a great job of highlighting all the flavors of a quintessential bourbon. The double barreling, rebarreling of it really does a great job of kind of melding and molding those flavors together where you get a lot of those cherry notes, the oak notes. It's just a really cool product. Something that we launched last year in September that's been getting great reception from anywhere from bourbon nerds that come in or people that are local who don't really know much about bourbon, all the way to people in the industry who have been doing bourbon for a million years. Everybody has said that we have a phenomenal product.
That is so good.
This is good, yeah.
Oh my God. I might like that more than the Irish Channel.
It's solid, man.
Like the whiskey, not the neighborhood.
Yeah, right.
That's a weird thing when you got to say it. Oh, I don't like the Bywater.
Yeah, right,
No,
right.
I mean,
They got good po'
I
boy
love
shops.
the Bywater. I
They got
love the
good po'
Bywater.
boy shops in the Irish Channel for sure. Shout out Parasols.
There you go.
Oh, I used to live out there. I used to eat. I used to live back on Magazine. I would probably eat Rumhouse nachos 2 to 3 times
yeah.
a week.
Have you tried Bratial?
Yeah.
We tried them at the Madisonville Wooden Boat Festival, and now we go down there. I'm like, oh my God, this place is incredible.
It's right around the corner from Pizza Delicious. You
Yes.
get a hot dog and a slice all within about 14 seconds.
You
It's
got
pretty
everything
awesome.
down
And
there.
didn't they have,
man.
like-
you could get Korean barbecue and sushi. And,
Because down here, I mean, listen, you're in New Orleans, right? I mean, best food, best alcohol,
If
best.
you don't have good food or good alcohol, you ain't sticking around.
No. What's up? Didn't they have a record store next to the?
Still there, I'm pretty sure. Slim
it's
Goodies.
Five. Is it Sam Goody or the Five? I don't remember. I remember Sam
there's
Goody
a-
was there, but
Yeah, there's a record store down there.
yeah, it was right next door. It's right next door to the to Bratial.
Yeah, it's like in between that and Pizza Delicious.
Yeah.
every whiskey I have from y'all, I can taste barrel,
Yes.
which I'm a big fan of.
Yeah. I'm big fan. Everything we've had here has been great.
Yeah, we're trying to, like I said, highlight those quintessential bourbon flavors, man. It's a really big deal to us. We're not trying to be too far right or too far left. We want to try and stay in the middle. We're not trying to get too crafty. We're not trying to get too mainstream. We're trying to be the perfect mix. And so, we are a younger distillery in the scheme of things, right? So we have kinks to work out, just like everybody else. But we really feel like we're hitting our stride now. And we really feel like we're putting out a phenomenal product, especially for the price, comparatively speaking to a lot of people out there. Like, cash strength stuff. It ain't none to see cash strength stuff for $250, $300 now, regularly retail on the shelf. We're offering this at the distillery for $125. We're offering our shelf product at 93 proof, which would be the same thing proof now, same age statement, for $45. So, I mean, you're really getting good value for your money. At 7 years, 6.5 year, 5 year, $45 is a steal.
Oh yeah. Adam, thanks for having us again, man.
No
I
problem.
truly
Thank you
appreciate
for
it. We had a
coming.
blast. y'all come check out 7-3 Distillery, man.
Yeah,
And,
try some good whiskey.
yeah,
man.
I mean, they've got some great stuff that you're not going to find anywhere else. So we will catch you guys on the next one.